Hello everyone, and welcome to English 110 Advanced Composition. My name is Christine Hilger, and I'm going to be your instructor for the next 7 weeks. And this is going to be just a short orientation to help you get comfortable with the course and show you a few things, that sort of thing. And the most important is this little area here, which says My Announcements. And you see that little blue hyperlink. Every week there'll be one at the start of the week, and I try to post reminders on deadlines and things like that. So whenever you log into class, just take a peek there and see if there's any new announcements. Those are very helpful. I also email them out, so if you're not getting them, you might want to check your spam filters. The next most important link, they're all important, but the next one we're going to cover is the syllabus link. And in here is a lot more information than just the syllabus. Here's a link on online behavior. I think everybody is all right there. I've never had any problems with things of this nature at Davenport University. And then here is your syllabus. It's 2 parts. Best practice for any online course you take. Open them up, read them, print them off if you need to, or save them to your desktop. But it's really important to be aware of the requirements in any course you take. And then further down, this is to let you know what assignments we're going to have for the semester, how much they're worth, how much the total is, so that you can kind of keep an eye as we go along on how you're doing. Next, of course, information about me, and there you'll find contact information, and that voicemail number is super important that you let me know which course you're coming from and how I can help you. And it just saves time so that I don't have to email you and say I got your voicemail, but what's going on, that sort of thing. So it's a lot quicker if you tell me everything you think I need to know within the voicemail. Then the course calendar, this next link, is super important, and let me show you why. I'll show you visually. You just click on it, open it up. You can save this to your desktop or you can print it off. I do both. But on this one of the reasons it's so important is you'll notice in week 1 and week 2 we start on Monday, end on Sunday. But when we get to this Memorial Day holiday, you get a 3-day break. So our week is interrupted. And so now our weeks will begin on Thursday and they will end on Wednesday. So it's super important that you keep this handy so that you're aware of when the due dates are coming and all of that. And next, the Learning Hub has 3 different areas in here. And let's take a look real quick at the week 1 materials. They're all set up the same way. So you see all 7 weeks. And you just click on the one we're in at the time. So right now we're in week 1. And this gives you a wonderful overview, tells you what the objectives are, which is what you need to be mastering by the end of the week. All the reading assignments are here, and which books they're from. So it's really laid out really well for you. And on this one, everything we do is going to be in APA format. So it's really helpful if you aren't comfortable with this type of formatting or you haven't used it before. Click this little hyperlink right here and watch the tutorial. It's really helpful. And of course you'll be getting feedback from me, but it's best to watch the tutorials and actually see a visual presentation of what you need to be doing. And then discussion forums. Now most weeks we'll only have the one forum. This week we're going to have an introductory one and then one where you actually do an assignment. And it states it right there and it tells you which questions I need you to answer. And it's best if you begin there, answer the questions, but don't limit yourself to that. You're more than welcome to expand on that if your answer to one of these questions is leading you in a new direction or it brings up questions you have or anything like that. Don't feel like all you have to do is quick answer to each question because what you can add to the dialogue may be exactly what another student needs to hear to make things click for them. And then this week you'll have a journal entry, so all the instructions are there, and then you'll have quizzes. And let me show you real quick where these things are. The quizzes, you just click here, and there they're listed. So in your instructions it'll say which one that week you need to do. You just click it and complete it, and then you're just fine. And then the other one, the journals, same thing, but that's under assignment submissions. So you click on journals and you'll input yours there. And the very last thing in this week's weekly materials is your assignment, the analysis of visual media essay. And really important, this first link right up here, which states it's a rubric. I really urge students to open these, look at them, because this is exactly where you're going to be graded. So you see here, it'll say the essay components, and it tells you what the requirements are. Points possible, I'll put in the points you receive, and I'll give you comments over here. So like for example, this requires APA format in text citations. Well, say you did it partially right, but not completely right. Well, here I might give you 12 points instead of 15, but here I would say, don't forget to include the year of publication in all of your citations, or something like that. You'll have a good understanding of why you lost points if you do lose points. And then there's always that thing right here, plagiarism will result in a 0. If there's plagiarism found within the submission, this rubric is not going to be used. You just receive the 0, so make sure you avoid that. And then because this assignment is visual media and you'll be looking at advertisements, there's some different APA style citations information that you'll need to know. So just click on that and I'll give that to you. And then the requirements, you'll look at these, are very detailed. All of the assignments are, which is really good in a way because you know exactly what you need to do. But if you're an auditory learner, it can be challenging. So my advice for you, if you're one of those that, you know, you think you've got everything, but previous classes, previous grades, you know, you find that you missed some things in the instructions, try reading it out loud. Because if you're an auditory learner, then the reading it out loud is how your brain best connects with the information. So it's not worse and it's not anything negative. It's just your learning style is different than, say, a visual learner who just needs to look at it and they'll have it. So I always recommend read it out loud, especially this process part right here, because that it's first, second, third. So you need to do this, then this, then this, and so it really helps to get that in detail, kind of ingrained in your brain, so to speak. And then your My Grades, I can't click on this because I don't have it, but click on this and you'll see exclamation mark if you've submitted and you're just waiting on me. You'll see, I believe, a blue 0 or a blue circle for discussions when you're waiting on a grade, and then the quizzes should grade automatically. I try to get the grading done within 3 days of submission, but if you're seeing something that looks like it's been in for a while, and that's after the due date has passed. If you work ahead, that's great, but I don't grade ahead. I wait until the due date passes, and then I get everybody at the same time. So just keep that in mind. Also, I'm offline on Sundays, so if you need something on Saturday, and you shoot an email in the afternoon, I'm probably already offline, so don't panic. I'll get to it Monday morning, but also if it's something to do with turning in an assignment, email me the assignment just so you can timestamp it that you got it done. So if you're having some kind of problems submitting, contact tech support first. If they can't resolve it, then get the assignment to me and we'll get it worked out on Monday. All right, I have one last thing to show you before I close out this orientation, and that is my teaching assistant, Edie. And she is 3.5 pounds of micro mini Chihuahua, who is quite fierce when it comes to just about everything. But she is in my lap 90% of the time that I'm doing grading. So that's why we call her, in my household, we call her the teaching assistant. So I wanted to end with that little happy note and know that I look forward to reading your work this semester. And if you have any questions on anything, don't hesitate to ask. That's what I'm here for.